Hey, thanks so much for tuning into the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. Today is Soak It Up Saturday. All week, last 2 weeks, we've been talking about the 10 Commandments, and hopefully you've been encouraged through them. It's for the last commandment. I want us to really soak it up as it is a Soak It Up Saturday, and talking about our possessions and the things that we have. Are we content with the things that God has given us, that God has entrusted to us? We talked about this with the commandment to do not steal, and how we rob God by not being generous and by not giving God what is His. And so here's the thing: what we have to do, we have to be content with what God has given us. And if we aren't, then why would God give us more if we aren't faithful with what He has given us right now? And so the last commandment is do not covet. Do not covet our neighbor, what they have, and kind of keeping up with the Joneses. And that whole idea, because there's no winning in that. There's no win in comparison. There's no win in wanting more because someone else has it. But with God, what God has given you, let's be faithful with that. Listen to what Paul says in Philippians. And in the context of this scripture, they were able to give him a financial gift. Paul was an evangelist, a church planter, a missionary, and he was also a tent maker. So he was a tent maker. That's how he gained his living. That's how he got his money. And but there was times when he couldn't do that. However, this church of Philippi was able to give him a gift. And in that moment, this is what he says. He says, "I'm glad in God, far happier than you would ever guess, happy that you're again showing such concern for me. Not that you ever quit praying and thinking about me. You just had no chance to show it. Actually," he says, "I don't have any sense of needing anything. Personally, I've learned by now to be quite content with whatever circumstances I'm in. I'm happy with little as with much as with little. I've found the recipe of being happy or content, whether full or hungry, hands full or hands empty. Whatever I have, wherever I am, I can make it through anything in the one who makes me who I am." I don't mean that your help didn't mean a lot to me. It did. It was a beautiful thing that you came alongside me in my troubles. And that's the thing. So that you really see Paul's heart there, is that regardless of what circumstance I'm in, I know who I am because I am a son of the living God. And that's who we are. We are children of the Most High, and He wants to give us anything and everything. He wants to bless us. But here's the thing: what are we doing with what God has entrusted us with? And so I want to encourage you to soak up His Word today. Soak up that word in Philippians chapter 4. Read that through a few different times and see what God challenges you, convicts you, and encourages you through His Word. I want to thank you so much for tuning in all week. I want to encourage you to join us in person tomorrow morning, 10:15. We'll be starting a brand new series called You Asked For It, answering the questions that came in from you personally. So again, I want to thank you so much, and we'll be back on Monday for another Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth.